What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. I want to give a quick disclosure. The audio of the song will be low due to copyright purposes. Over here, family, we take a deep dive into the lyrics, understand the valuable message, and see how we can use that value to apply it to our lives to continue to be great individuals. But before we get into the song, I do like to dive into the background theme meaning of the song, whichever is Led Zeppelin Communication Breakdown. Led Zeppelin's song Communication Breakdown delves into the frustrations and emotional turmoil that arise from a lack of effective communication in a romantic relationship. The lyrics expresses a sense of desperation and confusion as the protagonist struggles to understand and connect with his love interests. The repeated plea, quote unquote, "Hey girl, stop what you're doing," highlights his urgent need for her attention and understanding. Despite his strong feelings for her, he is unable to bridge the gap, leading to a sense of helplessness and emotional distress. The chorus, with its powerful repetition of communication breakdown, is always the same, underscores the recurring nature of the issue. The protagonist feels trapped in a cycle of miscommunication that drives him to the brink of a nervous breakdown. This emotional intensity is further amplified by the raw, energetic delivery of the lyrics characteristic of Led Zeppelin's hard rock style. The song captures the universal experience of feeling misunderstood and the frustration that comes with it. In the verses, the protagonist's declarations of love and desire to hold his partner in his arms reveal his deep longing for intimacy and connection. However, his inability to effectively communicate these feelings leaves him feel isolated and distressed. The song's raw energy and emotional intensity resonates with listeners who have experienced similar struggles in their own relationships. Led Zeppelin's powerful instrumentation and Robert Plant's passionate vocals bring the emotional weight of the lyrics to life, making Communication Breakdown a timeless anthem of romantic frustration and a longing for connection. So with no further ado, family, let's get straight on. Hey girl, you driving me to ruin. I don't know what it is I like about you, but I like it a lot. Won't you let me hold you now? Let me feel your loving touch. It's hard. See, family, no relationship, no matter what it is, romantic, in this case it's romantic, but friendships, whatever the relationship may be, if there's no understanding, then the relationship cannot evolve. Because when life tests the relationship at will to see the loyalty and commitment you guys have for that relationship, being in union, being united in as one, specifically in a relationship we're talking about, or I'm talking about in terms of a romantic relationship, because that's the theme of the song. When you guys have no understanding to step lock together and she be your helpmate, and when life gets hard on either one's, how can I put this? When life gets hard on either one of the individuals' lives, it's going to be hard for the individuals or the individual that's a helpmate to that significant other to be able to play that role to help them overcome whatever they're overcoming or have to overcome to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because no matter what relationship you're in, it takes two to have a relationship, but you both still have you guys individuals' journeys that you will go on when it comes to your purpose, your career. You may have a midlife crisis. You're trying to figure things out, and you don't want to feel isolated or distressed, because the biggest investment in your life will be the person you lay next to at night. And if you can't communicate to them or communicate with them or feel understood or even be heard, and they're not quick to listen, but they're quick to not listen, it's doomed for the whole foundation of the relationship. When things get rocky, conflict and misunderstandings, they can't be ironed out to even grow or evolve or grow past them and learn from them. And there's nothing like learning from your mistakes, because then you won't repeat them. But it is a repetitive cycle in this case, because there's nothing being communicated to be understood. So you have to understand what's going on before you can actually have a solution to solve the problem. That's like, for example, you cannot not understand the diagnoses before you go in and diagnose the diagnoses. And then on top of it, treat the diagnosis, and then eventually the diagnosis possibly gone, depending on whatever it is. But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, a surgeon can go in and do his work to cure whatever diagnoses that's been taking place or whatever happened within a person in their medical circumstance, if they don't understand the diagnoses within themselves and how they're going to approach it. And that takes effective communication from a collective standpoint, because you have the surgical tech, the surgeon, the anesthesia nurse, the anesthesiologist. It all comes together collectively, so two minds are greater than one, but it sucks because if that's the case, you don't feel heard, then collectively you can't come together to overcome and even be greater together and bring apart or bring forth many different perspectives that would then benefit each other, and you guys both be the recipient of both of you guys' success, let alone on top of being anyway. I like that vibe, but that's even more horrifying for you to be with someone and they're literally they're the cause of the reason why you're having a brink of a breakdown when they should be your safe space. For example, what is a man to go out there and tackle the world, work hard for his family, provide, and his family and his significant other be the recipient of his success, if he can't even open up or go home to be vulnerable to his significant other and feel heard or understood? To know where intentionally the direction not only their relationship is going with his significant other, but also their family is going in the right direction for the best interest of their family to continue to evolve. There will never be any understanding. Without any understanding taking place, there could be no growth that take place. That's like you planting a specified or specific type of plant, and it goes along with that care and the soil and the watering and how much water intake or how much water is needed to grow or nurture this plant. If you don't come to the understanding of what this plant needs, then the plant will never grow effectively the way it needs to. So it won't reap the harvest that you're expecting, because how can you reap a harvest without planting the right seeds, let alone nurturing that thing? Because life is a marathon, not a sprint. And at the end of the day, same thing goes with relationships and thinking from a business perspective within a relationship, because business comes first with relationships, even in marriage, because at the end of the day, it brings logic rather than emotional decisions. I don't know how you can feel good without being your man or your woman's safe space to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is a sign of strength. And if you can't be vulnerable by someone you lay next to at night or you're with, then she's just like any other individual you numb yourself down to, or you numb yourself down when you're out there tackling the world to be great for you and your family. And then it leads to a man or woman, but I'm speaking from a man perspective in this situation, because due to the song, it's a man craving for attention, let alone understanding from his woman. He's basically going to be numb. He's basically like a silent mummy, just walking around operating and doing what's best for the family, but can't actually authentically be himself because he's never understood to be himself, let alone be heard. And there's always a difference between hearing someone and actually listening to someone, because you can hear someone but not fully embrace or try to seek the understanding to make the right adjustments, so then things take place for the relationship to grow. For example, someone could be, oh, you do this, that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. And then when you actually, okay, how do you feel? When I do this, or when I do this certain thing, how do you feel? Now that's the listening, the understanding. Comment down below, family. Do you believe that hearing someone and listening to someone is two different things? And comment down below why, and also how that can take into effect of having a communication breakdown. Comment down below. I explain my reasons. There'll always be that disconnect and never understanding. Comment down below yours so we can have an interesting conversation down in the comments below. Well, family, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Most importantly, I poured some value into you guys' life. And also, remember, family, spread that peace, love, and positivity. Let the love supersede the hate. And always, family, until next time, peace.